everyone and welcome to today's video. I'll be going through with you some of my favorites and fails, so let's get into it. I know I haven't done these favorites and fails type of videos in a while. I just have not had the time. But today we have a kind of a mishmash of things that I've liked and things that have kind of disappointed me. Couple of like, I don't know about this product type of products as well. But let's start with what I have on my nails. I just tried this because this came in the mail as PR from Salon Perfect. This is their Halloween nail polish in the shade Deadly Kiss. So if you're wondering what I have on my nails, that's what this is. It is like a really cool Halloween-y type of color. I'll have to test it out some more to know what I think of it, but it is really interesting shade for sure. So I like to end my videos on a positive note, so let's start with things that disappointed me. And I don't know if any of these products are duds, but they just didn't work for me for one reason or another. And the first one I'm super disappointed by. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Monday Feels blush, and the scent is just divine. It's kind of like the sweet coffee scent. Now the problem with this product is that it burns and itches on my skin. I think it's that scent that added fragrance here. So the next item is a makeup item from MAC Cosmetics, and this is their Magic Extension Mascara. Now this could be a good mascara for you if you already have beautiful voluminous lashes and you just need a tint, because that's all this did for me. I have very sparse lashes, they're not long, they're pretty short, and I need volume, I need length, I need the whole shebang, and this one only gave me color. Maybe slightly added volume, but nothing that like a few dollar mascara from the drugstore wouldn't already do. So in that case, I don't think it's justified to pay that much for this. Now I will say sometimes mascaras can be tricky. They work for some people and then others. So if this is your favorite mascara, please let us know in the comment section how you make this work, because I'd be curious to know. I mean, it seems like a great mascara. I've heard some good things, some bad things about it, and I don't have any qualms about the applicator. It applies just fine. It just doesn't do enough for me to justify the price for it. So this, I believe, came in my gifted Ipsy bag, so I didn't pay for this myself, but if I had, I would have been very disappointed. Now here's another item that came in my Ipsy bag, and this is from Lottie London. This is a deluxe size sample from their The Rusts palette. Now if you've been watching me on YouTube, you know I love their 9-pan palettes, and I was excited to get this one in my Ipsy bag. However, this is not the same formula. I feel like the matte worked out great, but then the shimmers were so lackluster, I couldn't get them to show up that well. Now this shade barely shows up on me. This matte is a really good quality, really pigmented. Here it is. This is the other shimmer. I can barely see anything on it. This one had a little bit more color, but the sparkle that I love about my Lottie London palette isn't there. Now I don't know if it's just the sample or what, but it doesn't make me want to buy the Rusts palette for sure. I was disappointed in this quality. Now I don't know if this was a little bit of an older sample. I don't know what's going on, but this is not the same formula that I fell in love. Also, another product that I got in my Ipsy bag made it into these kind of fails section. It is from Dragon Beauty, and this is their Dragon Wing liquid eyeliner. I'm not sure if this was a sample size or a full size product. It does have a really nice felt tip applicator. The problem is that this shade that is called Blackout is not black. It is grayish. It is see-through. It's not black enough for me. I didn't think this was worth it. I need like a black liquid eyeliner for it to show. If it's anything less, then it's not worth my time. So in that sense, this was a little bit of a disappointment. If that's not something that bothers you, if you're okay with this kind of see-through black, this is your eyeliner. There's nothing wrong with the formula other than the pigment. It's not there. It's easy to apply. It stays on, but it is not Blackout black. Next disappointing item is kind of like that Lottie London palette. I absolutely love this sister palette from this brand, and I was so disappointed when I purchased this one. It's from M Cosmetics, and this is their Divine Skies eyeshadow palette in the shade Faded Clementine. I absolutely love their other Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. I think it's called Magic Hour, and it is so beautiful. I've loved it a lot. And then I got this one. It was on sale. Now that already should have been a warning sign for me. The formula is not the same. It is not as pretty. Now it is clearly a better pigment than that Lottie London. You can see here the 4 swatches. Swatches are beautiful, but it blends like horribly on my eyes. And again, it could be user error, but I applied a lot of eyeshadow in my time, and these mattes just look patchy on me no matter how I try. They are pretty pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. And you know, you could argue that I put too much and that's why I couldn't blend it, but it just doesn't look the same. And the shimmers are really pretty, but they're not the same shimmery formula that was in the other palette. Now perhaps this is your favorite palette because of these qualities, but for me, I guess it's partly my error because I expected it to be similar formula than the Magic Hour palette, but it's not, and it's been a slightly disappointing palette. It is one of those things that I don't think is a dud. It's just not for me. Okay, so the next products I have are all favorites. So I'm done with negativity. I'm gonna wipe off all these other shadows so we can start fresh. And I didn't want to rank these in any sort of order because there's a lot more than usual. So I'm just going to grab some of these. And the first one I wanted to add because I was kind of talking a lot about products that I got from Ipsy that I didn't like. But here is a mini that I got from Ipsy that I really did like. This is from Estate Cosmetics, and this is their Baby Girl Miss Me a Duo. And I'm not sure if I talked about this already, but these shades are somehow really beautiful. It's like a springy palette. I should have mentioned it earlier if I had done a favorites and fails. This palette really grew on me. When I got it first, I was like, these are not much to write home about, and they are not popping shades. However, this is a really good crease shade, and then this is a beautiful kind of timeless shimmer. So I was really impressed by this. I don't need these shades in my collection, but I wanted to mention it because I did get this from Ipsy and I thought it was really good quality. The next 2 items I want to talk about together because they're both really good products, but they're just atrociously expensive, so I don't want to mention them later in the video. These were both sent to me. As you know, I get sent PR for my Instagram. I don't get sent anything for YouTube. I don't get paid for YouTube. I'm not sponsored here. So I wanted to make sure that I add that some of these products were sent to me. That has no bearing on my opinion about them. The first one is from Sun Sim, and this is their Wild Ginseng Cell Culture Essence. This has been so hydrating, so smoothing on my skin. I've absolutely loved it. I've been using it on my forehead and I can see that my skin is a lot smoother than it had been before. And the second one is from Radipair. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is their concentrated FM04 firming ampoule. And if you have dry skin, this is so good. It feels so comfortable. It's kind of this thicker essence, almost oily, but not oily. Not heavy, but it feels like it adds so much moisture. It locks in everything and plumps the skin in a way that none of my other serums ever had. And they are absolutely very different kind of products. This is more like a gel-like formula. This is more like a thicker serum. And I've been really loving them both. But I did look up how much they are on Amazon. They're both Korean brands, I believe. And I couldn't find this essence on its own, but part of a set with a moisturizer. It is $157.99. And then this Radipair firming ampoule is $85. There is a $12 coupon included, so still $73, which to me is pretty atrocious. But I absolutely love both of them, so I wanted to include them, even though the price might be too much for the average consumer like me. I'm not sure if I could afford to purchase these two from Amazon on those prices, but I do love them, so I did want to include them. The next favorite is from Wonder Beauty, and this is their mini palette Wonder Seascape, and I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy a while back. that I paid for myself. And I just have been loving this palette. I loved it when I got it, and even now, a couple of years later, I still love it. I absolutely loved it this summer, and I think it's mostly because this shade Seafoam is just so beautiful and sparkly. I know the sun is setting here a little bit, but it is this kind of greenish tone gold, and it just looks so beautiful on the lids. This Sand Dollar shade is a really nice crease shade. It is missing that deeper matte that, you know, I usually use, but I use another palette for it. These top shades, Champagne Harbor, Sea Salt, and Golden Reef, they are also really pretty, especially this Sea Salt. It's that kind of peachy pink that a lot of people love. This is a really nice inner corner highlight. The Golden Reef is a little bit less sparkly than I typically enjoy, but the Seafoam shade is where it's at. It's absolutely stunning. Coastal is like a pretty blue. I don't know if you can see it here either, but it's more of a liner shade for me. I line my lower lash line with it sometimes, but this was, again, one of those palettes that I used a lot this summer, and I wanted to mention it because sometimes I have products in my collection for years that I only recently discover. This one I remember loving a long time ago, and I still love it. I have two more eyeshadow palettes in this favorites video that I wanted to add, so I'll just mention them here, so then we can move on to other things. But they're both from ColourPop, and the first one is their Lilac You A Lot palette. Neither of these are new palettes to me, and the second one is Going Coconuts. As you can see, these are super well loved. And for whatever reason, I've been using these a ton this fall. I used them at the end of the summer, and they've stayed on my vanity, and especially the Going Coconuts, I've used that for work so many times. And then I've taken some shades from Lilac You A Lot. I swatched them here. These are not new to me or new in general. I purchased these a while back, but the formula is still so stunning. I mean, look at this matte shade. This is this one, Iffy, on Lilac You A Lot. So pigmented. Both of these shimmers here are absolutely stunning. And then I have this shimmer, and then I think I put this one in there. And they're all so beautiful. I think if you want to get a neutral palette, Going Coconuts from ColourPop is really something you will not regret. It is a great quality palette. It's like a staple palette. So good. And then Lilac You A Lot has lots of pops of color. This is more like a monochromatic palette, but it has such beautiful shades. If you like these kind of tones, I do, you will love this. Both such good quality from ColourPop, and they often have these on sale for like $9, so the price is definitely affordable. Next product I just want to mention very briefly because this formula has been in my favorites in the past. I just wanted to add that I love this shade as well. This is from CoverGirl, and this is their Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss. This one is in the shade Straw Booty. And the last product I have for you is a perfume. Then if I had been ranking these items, this could have been #1. It is so good. It's from Crown Perfumes, and this is their Choco Musk Eau de Parfum. I think the brand name is also Al Rehab, and it is just the most beautiful chocolatey perfume that is super inexpensive. It is less than $8 currently on Amazon, and the lasting power is amazing. According to Fragrantica, the main accords are vanilla, warm, spicy, chocolate, and it has slightly musky scent to it, but I don't think that's even though the name is Choco Musk, I don't think it's musky enough if you don't like musk. It is mostly creamy chocolate scented, and that just happens to be something I love. I know gourmand scents are not for everyone, but this is just so beautiful, so yummy, and I absolutely love it. And I can't believe the staying power is so good. If I apply in the morning, I can still smell it in the evening, but it's not overpowering. It is just this perfect amount of scent just for me, because I get headaches if scents are like too strong. This is not, but it's not light either. I can absolutely smell it later. And someone who doesn't normally comment on these kind of things told me that I smell good, and I'll take that as a definitely yes for this scent. I can't believe this is only $8. It is just so good. I will link my Amazon store below if you want to look into this perfume, if you like gourmand, if you like chocolate scents. This is so good. I've been looking for this kind of scent forever. I used to really love the Sephora chocolate scent, but then they stopped selling it years ago and I couldn't find it anywhere. But this is so good. Definitely would deserve its spot as #1 if I was ranking these items. So these were all the items that I have for you guys today. I know this is going to be a really long video, so I'm going to just stop here and say amazing products, disappointing products. Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts on these products. Is there any product that stood out to you during the last couple of months that you think I should try? Let me know in the comment section. Or is there a product that you thought was really bad and you don't recommend it? Let us know in the comment section. But these were my favorites and fails for the last couple of months. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of their kind, please give this video a thumbs up. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.